Thailand's capital on alert for monkeypox, growing the greens on parliament soil, and there's a shortage of seats coming into Thailand. All this and more on today's Good Morning Thailand. Could you please take a moment to click the like and subscribe button? It helps us way more than you know. Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by British International School Phuket and Thai Vietjet. And my lovely co-host today, as always, is Natty Warisa.
Hello everyone.
Hello Natty.
Hello Jay.
Very nice jacket.
Thank you, it's very black like my soul.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, you can use the timestamps after the live video to skip to the part where you're here to find out more about. As for now, we're going to start with our main topic, which is regarding Bangkok, which is now on alert for monkeypox. A little serious news, Natty. Now, City Hall is on full alert for monkeypox infections, and especially in at-risk areas in the capital city, especially in where large number of tourists gather. Now, Bangkok Governor Chad has come out and given his own statements and comments. He called a meeting of City Hall executives to discuss preparations for monkeypox infections after the World Health Organization on Saturday declared monkeypox as a public health emergency of international concern. Now, speaking after the meeting, Chad said that the public health personnel will be educated about the disease, while health service centers, clinics, and hospitals in Bangkok will be instructed to watch out for any signs or any people who are suspected of contracting the disease. The Thai Hotels Association has also been told, and they will also be asked to tell all hotels in Bangkok to look out for and report suspected cases to City Hall district offices. No cases of monkeypox have been reported in Bangkok yet, but everyone is on high alert. Now I'm going to start with a strange comment that the governor made. He said, a close watch is being kept on at-risk communities such as Soinana, where Nigerian nationals gather. This is coming after the detection of the first confirmed case in the country, who was a Nigerian tourist who fled to neighboring Cambodia. Cambodia, after he was found in Cambodia with the disease and he was detained there. And the police colonel Kun Rung Thong Mun, chief of the immigration office in Sakao, said that the Cambodian authorities told him that the Nigerian man was being treated for monkeypox in a hospital in Phnom Penh. After he recovers, he will be indicted in a Cambodian court for illegal entry, as he did enter the country illegally. Meanwhile, tracing of the Nigerian man's close contacts in Phuket, where he stayed for the past month, continues. A total of 27 people who came into contact with him were tested, and all those tests came back negative. Now, it's also difficult to test them because for testing requirements, Dr. Supakit, Director General of the Department of Medical Sciences, under the Animal Pathogens of Toxins Act, only biosafety level 3 laboratories are allowed to conduct testing for monkeypox. Most of the laboratories around Thailand are only level 2, which means that the department will ask the Deputy Prime Minister and Public Health Minister Kun Anutin Chanvirakul to approve a new announcement which will allow level 2 laboratories to conduct testing. Now, before those level 2 testing take place, their testing capabilities will need to be checked, and these laboratories will be required to take additional precautionary measures. Dr. Supakit denied a report that certain strains of monkeypox could be spread through the air, while adding that COVID-19 precautions such as frequently hand washing and maintaining physical distance can also be applied to prevent monkeypox transmissions. Any initial thoughts, Nauti?
I think what stands out to me the most was what Kun Chad said about the Soinana and the we're gonna keep a close watch out for the Nigerian tourists or Nigerian expats around Nana.
That's where Nigerian people hang out, so let's watch out for there. Public note of appeal: just because the man who had monkeypox was Nigerian doesn't necessarily mean Nigerian communities have monkeypox. I don't know how he ended up with that conclusion, unless he thought that maybe it was a long-standing case of monkeypox and maybe he originated from that region. That could possibly be that train of thought, because I do think he's very logical in his thinking.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that saying was taken out of context even. Like sometimes, media does pick out things for people to talk about, but it does sound a bit strange coming from anybody of a leader figure for that matter.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well, you might be right, Natty. Now, this article was originally taken from Bangkok Post. The governor did go on to say that they're monitoring many areas in Bangkok. However, yes, only this certain part was highlighted in that article for some reason. But we're going to have to wait and see for any more news on monkeypox. So people in Bangkok, stay vigilant. I'm also considering if there are going to be some issues because the Thai Hotels Association has been told to watch out for people with these symptoms. So, if you're working in a hotel, and you start scratching your arm or your neck or something, and I'm looking at you and being like, oh no, she's got marks over there. She could be a suspect. And just because you're a tourist on holiday, are people now going to falsely be like, oh, I think one of our guests might have monkeypox? It's just gonna grow. It's just gonna get people crazy.
Yeah.
All we need, we're one case away from a false case of monkeypox being reported, that person being harassed, and they find out it's just a
pimple,
shingles or something.
Okay, right. Well, I would be a true suspect then because I constantly touch my face all the time.
Stop touching your face.
It's hard. It's itchy.
And anyone who has an itch is just gonna have to live with it for a while.
Yeah, you can't cough, you can't scratch, you can't do anything right anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're making light of the situation. However, if you do suspect you have monkeypox, please get the medical attention you need. And people in Bangkok, stay vigilant, and people in Phuket also stay vigilant. As for now, we'll keep you updated with all the latest information on thethaiger.com. Let's move on to our next topic, Natty, which is actually regarding fake news.
What other fake news do we have?
It's a fake news crackdown.
Yeah? Which one?
The Anti-Fake News Center, that is a real thing, has analyzed the 16,843 cases involving 800 million messages for fact verification since it was established in November 2019. So 16,843 cases are pending from 800 million messages that they still need to verify the facts. And it's the government's fight against disinformation, according to the Digital Economy and Society Ministry. And the highest proportion of cases were linked to healthcare content. So a lot of misinformation regarding healthcare, 49% in total, followed by state policies at 46%, the economy at 3%, and disasters at 2%. DES Minister Kun Chaiwat said that the number of fake news cases have decreased as the agency has raised public awareness of the problem and coordination between the media and 358 state agencies to help verify information that is being spread around Thailand, especially on social media. Neddy, can I ask you, if you had to take a guess, how much do you think it costs to run this anti-fake news effort?
Oh gosh, I hope not too much because everything is digitalized. You can probably use an algorithm to pick stuff up. So I would say like 5 million baht is like...
Close, Natty.
Really?
It's cost an average of 80 million baht.
Oh wow, okay.
Which is spent annually on anti-fake news efforts.
Goodness
That's right.
Christ.
And according to the minister, the spread of fake news surged as a number of people infected with COVID-19 soared back in 2020 and 2021. A lot of news was being spread about COVID-19 that was absolutely false. This year, the biggest fake news topic has been over Thai economy and state policies, including post-pandemic recovery measures. There are 4 steps to counter fake news that the Anti-Fake News Center takes place. The first one is monitor content on online platforms and detect those suspected of containing false information. Number 2, it alerts the DES ministry about the suspected fake news. Number 3, it verifies the suspected content. And number 4, it publishes a clarification countering the fake news. If anything, Natty, is fact-checking is a good thing.
Yes.
And if there is some fake news out there that is false and it's corrected and it's posted, a verification is posted, is that a good thing for Thailand?
Yeah, if it's done correctly, it's always a positive move. Right.
How dare you, Natty? What about freedom of speech?
I mean, Well, but if it's clearly false, then you should remove it, although I'm not too sure how many actual false news has been removed and how many truthful statements have also been removed.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. No, you're right.
Yeah.
People normally use the argument of freedom of speech to say whatever they want. But I mean, as long as Thailand's concerned, the government has every right to rectify fake news. And I mean, it's their attempt to clarify any false comments made by people online.
Right.
Because not everything you see online is true, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Whoa, really?
Is Natty a real person, or is she a hologram?
Hello, iRobot.
If I continued pushing my arm, would
See?
it go through her?
Try.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Is she real? Was it all a ruse?
Yeah.
Imagine if you weren't a real person. Well, I don't have to imagine. It's all true.
It's very scary. Okay.
Moving on to our third topic today, which is regarding the government agreeing to subsidize diesel prices past July. Some good news.
That is good news indeed, because you know what? I have been kind of not suffering necessarily, but I have definitely seen an increase in price in goods. So the Oil Fuel Fund Board, or the OFF board, I'm going to just read it as OFF, has resolved to keep diesel prices around Bangkok and immediate provinces at 34.94 baht per liter until the end of July. Now, the government has been subsidizing the country's diesel prices, as we know, since they started to rocket due to the current global fuel price crisis. Now, the government has also been artificially keeping the price of diesel down to help mitigate the inflation rate in Thailand, as most goods in Thailand are delivered by trucks or trains. Keeping the price for diesel as low as possible was a tool the government could implement. As of yesterday, the OFF was 115 billion baht in debt, and the losses consisted of 39.5 billion baht from the government subsidy on cooking gas prices, but the majority of 75.6 billion baht is from oil price subsidies. And this is why, kids, electric cars are the future. Yes.
All right. Do you have an electric car?
I wish I did. No.
I wish I did too. They're so expensive, Natty. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem, isn't it?
We have to do it in phases, though. When I say that, I'm saying it facetiously. Like, not all of a sudden tomorrow everybody uses electric cars. Like, it needs to be done in phases, strategic planning and all of that. Put all the infrastructure in place before anything comes to fruition. Use your judgment when I say anything online. Yes.
We done a poll regarding electric cars, and we asked our viewers basically that if Thailand had the infrastructure, or if you could afford it, would you buy electric cars? And most of them said they wouldn't buy it because Thailand doesn't have the infrastructure.
Yes.
And it would take a very long time for Thailand to basically come to terms with what's actually needed in order to justify buying an electric car, as well as it being functional driving around Thailand. Because if you went on a holiday to Khao Yai or somewhere far away with an electric car,
you're doomed.
I doubt there are many charging stations in Khao Yai.
There's hardly in Bangkok to begin with, so
yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to address one of the polls we did yesterday, as well as someone's been growing the green on Parliament grounds. They've been naughty, very, very naughty. And also, there's a shortage of airline seats coming to Thailand. A lot of people want to come, but there are no flights. What are we going to do? Find out more after the break.
Your next destination is only a click away. Fly Thai Vietjet.
Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand. This is the lovely Natty.
I am lovely Natty.
I'm Jay, and this show is brought to you by Thai Vietjet. Fly comfy, fly deluxe with Thai Vietjet. New promotions for domestic and international travel. You can find more information on their website, link in the description below. Natty, it's time.
What time is it? The poll time?
No.
Oh.
It's Jeff Morden.
Oh,
Guess who Jeff Morden is?
A tiger cub.
He's actually a Tiger legend.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Hi.
much. Thank you very much, Jeff, for supporting the channel. We appreciate it. As well as all the viewers watching us live right now. There's about 280 people watching live on YouTube. Please click the like button if you're enjoying the show. As well as thank you to the people watching us on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, same but different.
Different.
All right, it's time to address our poll. Yesterday, the Voice of God sent out a poll regarding food delivery.
Oh, nice.
And we asked the question, what application do you typically use to get food delivered in Thailand? Options being Grab Food, Food Panda, Line Man, Shopee Food. None. I ordered directly from the restaurant. 46% of people said Grab Food.
Yeah.
No surprise there. I think Grab is very popular. 32% said no, I ordered directly from the restaurant.
Smart.
19% said Food Panda. 3% said Line Man, 1% said Shopee Food. What do you use, Natty?
Always Grab.
I
Always
never use Grab because it's mostly all in Thai.
Oh, I see.
That's the only reason I use Food Panda. I know Grab actually has better deals and has a lot more choices of local restaurants, but yeah, sometimes I can't read Thai.
Oh,
I can't read
okay.
the Thai there.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. So what do you use?
Food Panda.
Food Panda, you just said that, yes.
That's right.
Right.
But I was surprised. 32% said no, I ordered directly from the restaurant.
That's actually a smart move because when you order from Grab, they actually take, don't quote me on this, but close to 20 or 25%. Sometimes there were reports that actually said pre-pandemic it was 30 up to 30%.
A service charge.
Yeah,
basically.
service charge. So the restaurants actually hardly make anything, but they just want to, it's more for brand awareness for them.
That's
so,
why,
yeah.
sorry, please continue.
No. So during the pandemic, there was a huge rally where restaurateurs came out and said like, hey, look, if you can, please order directly from us. We can give you a 15% discount, but it's much, much cheaper than them trying to send things out with Grab.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I forgot.
It's okay. But I still love you, Grab. If you want to sponsor us. All right,
Yeah.
come on.
I've got some comments from some of the viewers. Vladimir said, I prefer Food Panda because it is much better translated into English. Me and you both, Vladimir. Peter Robinson says, I call them legs. There are two of them and they have served me well over the years. Or to put it another way, I don't think I ever had food delivered when I was in Thailand or anywhere else for that matter. The man likes to go to the restaurant himself. Respect to you, Peter. Alan Smedley says, none we visit the restaurant don't want something messing with our food. Have you ever been worried or scared that, you know, by the time your food comes into you and your Grab delivery driver hates you and he spat on your food or something?
That's why I'm always nice to the people who serve me, whether it be the Grab drivers or the servers, because there's this show called America's Most Home Funny Video. I forgot. It's back in the 90s somewhere, and where they show people actually, you know, spitting in a fun way. I don't know. So I got traumatized by that as a kid. Like, oh no, people spit in foods.
Yeah. I've only realized that I think because of the pandemic as well, the rise of you know, Food Panda and delivery places, like they're rushing to give the orders away. So sometimes when you get your food is all over the place. If you order a pizza, some of the pieces are like missing, or like your entire pizza is shifted to the left. They can't really do anything about it. What are you going to do? You've waited an hour for your pizza. You're hungry. You're going to go and complain to Food Panda because you can't even complain directly to the restaurant.
Yeah. And poor Food Panda is like, well, I can't control every
give you
single
a
driver.
40 baht voucher. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, well. Love Food Panda, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Please sponsor us.
Please
Grab
sponsor
it.
us. And we'll fix the issues that are dealing with it. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about growing the green.
Oh, yeah.
A very popular topic yesterday. We were talking about how Thailand plans to ban all smoking
Yes.
of the green.
Joints and all.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they actually spoke about the green extracts. So does that actually apply to the buds? Because they said green extracts, right?
Right.
But then again, how are you going to prove? If you're standing on the street, are you going to break your joint and prove to the officer that it's actually not an extract, it's just buds?
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult. Anyways,
Very diff.
but someone, Natty,
Yes.
down in Parliament has been very naughty because they've been growing the green plants on Parliament grounds, exactly 100 of them. Tell me more.
That's very funny. So on Friday of last week, strong winds blew down a large tree inside the parliament area. And when officials went to handle the damages, they found over 100 the green plants growing in the area. And as for now, the details of who planted them or how they are growing in the government space are a complete mystery. Now, an investigation has been launched, and the director of the Parliament Security Office has been called in to try to track down who could have been growing the plants on the government property. Police have been ordered to move all the thriving plants to an area off the government grounds because that is not technically legal, I guess, though the location has not yet been confirmed. A former Democrat Party member of the parliament praised the talents of whoever cultivated the plants carefully on government land that might not be particularly hospitable or horticulture. And he said, quote, "Whoever has grown these green plants has great agricultural skills. Soil in the parliament has good quality, but more than 347 trees have died previously while these green plants are growing nicely," end quote.
So some genius farmer
Yeah.
has... how many plants are you? You said...
347 trees have died. Like,
Oh, so they've tried to grow it 347 times, like proper...
No.
Proper trees, normal trees.
normal trees.
But this person's successfully
Yes.
grown 100
Little
the big
green
sea plants.
Yeah. But who do you guess would plant these trees? I would guess somebody who already knows the area well to hide them.
How is it possible? Doesn't it need like special type of light and atmosphere and humidity? And normally they're indoors in like a controlled environment.
I don't know. So this guy must know how to cultivate
He's
it
a
very well.
genius.
He's a genius. He's
I
a
mean,
green genius.
He's a revolution. Seriously, he's growing it out in the open in Parliament.
Right.
I just want to know who he is, so I
Yeah.
can slow clap him and be like, "Good on you, sir.
Good on you.
Good on you." But it does look very strange where half of the MPs are trying to shut down and calling the whole green situation in Thailand currently outrageous.
The guy, whoever planted it,
Yeah.
not only is he a green genius, he has green thumbs,
Yeah.
but also he is very savvy with the law as well, because apparently one of the few rules that has not been established yet is where you can grow it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say like it's illegal to grow on government ground, so he's not technically doing anything wrong either, he or she, whatever.
Maybe he's registered. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, that's for Parliament to sort out.
Yeah.
Let's move on to talk about airlines. Now,
Yes.
unfortunately, there's a shortage of airline seats. And it remains a major obstacle for the recovery of Thailand and its economy and tourism, as most European flag carriers haven't resumed flights and frequency to pre-COVID levels. Now, according to the TAT Governor Kun Yuttasak Supasorn, Thailand might secure just 30.9% international seat capacity of the pre-pandemic level in the upcoming high season. At present, international flights, mostly from major long-haul destinations, have not resumed these flights. And there's limited choices for travelers who want to get convenient direct flights. The TAT has now started to prepare a marketing plan to support these airlines to bring passengers to Thailand, particularly from Russia and other countries in Europe, but it depends on the additional budget it's requested. Now, let's say, for example, British Airways in 2022, for its winter schedule, has announced that there will not be a London to Bangkok route, and the airline said it would not resume a direct service for this route until 2023. In 2019, Thailand had a seat capacity of 56.2 million before plunging to 14.8 million in 2020, and currently and last year, 2021, it was only 4.9 million seats available. I've got a quote here from Kuntasapon, who is the executive chairman of Thai Air Asia and acting chief executive of Thai Air Asia X. He says the aviation business cannot pick up overnight, particularly for those who've slashed their workforce during COVID-19. So let's take a moment to understand why there's a shortage of seats coming to Thailand. For example, Thai Air Asia has maintained all of its staff in the past 2 years to avoid such circumstances during a recovery period, as commercial pilots have to extend their license every 6 months. And they have to be They have to train on flight simulators. Airlines, however, have already downsized. A lot of the airlines had to downsize all over the world, especially the big airlines that couldn't afford the high wages. And also, they have to plan their flights carefully, and they have to select the certain routes that they can do. They can't just start all the routes again because there's a lack of staff. There's a lack of trained staff, and also the pilots and the planes that have just been hanging around for the past 2 years parked in the airport. Parking the aircraft for over 2 years will require all engines to have major maintenance work. And that takes weeks before they take to the skies. And it also results in long queues because it's not like only Thai Airways, for example, or British Airways, their planes have been parked. All planes around the world have been parked. And there's a long queue. And there's the bookings are actually at full capacity for this maintenance, repair, and overhaul facilities. So Kuntazapon further said that the TAT's initiative to help these airlines will only increase seat capacity, and it's a good strategy to boost the tourism industry. Providing incentives to airlines will be an effective way to increase flight capacity to Thailand. No idea on when the capacity will be increased, however, could be a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, it's good that people feel unfazed, I guess, by the 300 baht. They're coming back. They want to travel. I want to travel, to be honest. I haven't traveled for close to 3 years now. Yeah. I need to get out of here.
Look, direct flights are always more expensive as well, but they're more expensive because they're extremely convenient. You don't want to stop in another country and, have a layover or, be in transit. So people prefer long-haul flights, but transit flights are cheaper. So if you do want to come, for example, if you're coming via Emirates, so you're traveling from London to Dubai, and then you're coming to Phuket or Bangkok, rather than just London to Bangkok. So transit flights are still an option.
I actually prefer transit flights because I get to visit the different airports. International airports around the world. Those are kind of fun for me too.
Nadi, can I ask you?
Yes.
Are you one of those people who are like, yeah, I've visited Dubai before?
No.
Just the airport.
No, definitely
sure?
not. I'm positive.
Okay.
That's sad.
It is sad.
Then I've been to too many. Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy traveling. My favorite part is the journey there.
Whatever.
No, seriously, I'm not even joking. That was not a quote from a book or something.
I thought you were from Suratani.
No,
okay.
I really enjoy my airline experience.
Yeah.
Fun.
Funny thing, like a lot of people hate on airplane food. I love airplane food. I'm not even joking because I'm always like, okay, what is gonna come with my chicken? Because they only say chicken or pork, but they don't tell you if it's noodles or mashed potatoes or anything, and it's always a surprise opening up.
You could just ask them.
No, I want to be surprised. And also the side dishes are always fun to look at. And eat.
You've got in Thai Airways, you normally got like 2 or 3 pieces of fruits.
Yeah.
You got that small little cake.
I
got
love
a little
it.
bit of everything.
And
so you love the traveling experience.
I do.
You're just like me. Why'd you make fun of me?
No, I don't know.
Why is my voice so high?
I don't know. Can I ask you one last thing about airplane food?
Last thing. Yes.
Last thing.
It must be the last thing. Tell me.
Do you secretly race when you're eating the food? Like, you're comparing how fast you can eat it with the next guy?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That would be insane.
Okay, I do. I'm like, let's see who can finish first.
Just a random person?
And he doesn't even know that I'm racing with him. He's like taking his time.
But why? What purpose?
I don't know. I just want to win. Just want to win in life. All right, let's move on.
Competitor by heart, Natty Rarissa takes on the world.
Yes.
One airplane flight at a time.
Yeah.
Wow. I've learned a lot about you today.
You're welcome.
Let's take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about our last 2 topics, which involve the elderly can now become social media influencers, and Thailand will help its elderly population to become media influencers.
That's really cool.
What a great thing to talk about. Find out more after the break. Welcome back.
What was that? Welcome back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show, once again, is brought to you by British International School Phuket, one of the best international schools in Thailand and also possibly the world.
No. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
That is a true statement. It's
Yes,
one of the top
I know.
schools in Southeast Asia, at least. So consider sending your child to British International School from Little Ducks kindergarten to primary to
Goose.
secondary.
Swans. Sorry, somebody correct me. It's not geese. It's swans. Ducklings. The ugly ducklings turn into beautiful swans. Well, they weren't ugly to begin with. Cute ducklings become beautiful swans.
For a well-rounded education, consider sending your child to British International School Phuket. Link in the description below. Have a tour. Have a free tour now. Let's talk about loan sharks.
Let's do
The
it.
loan shark avengers.
Yes.
Or avenge the debtors, rather.
So a loan creditor broke into a woman's home, allegedly, in Phetchabun province, and spread fermented fish all over their house and their belongings. Now, police say the loan gang could be prosecuted for breaking and entering if they are found guilty of the crime. A 45-year-old single mother filed a complaint at a police station yesterday after she returned home to find her house brimming with fermented fish. Biyanapa, that's the name of the woman. The debtor said she is sure that the culprit is the loan shark chasing her for money. She claimed that the smell was so rancid that she had to drag her bed and all her electronic appliances outside to dry out in the sun in an attempt to get rid of the smell. Now, prior to the incident, Biyanapa said that she and her 3 young children were forced to sleep at a friend's house for 4 days because they were receiving threats from the loan gang and she did not feel safe. Biyanapa, who sells sun-dried fish at the market for a living, said that she borrowed 4,000 baht from a creditor and that the deal was that she would need to pay 200 baht per day at an interest rate of 20% per month. Biyanapa was facing financial difficulties and couldn't repay the money, so she requested an extension on the repayments from the creditor, but the creditor refused the request and also cited that the company was quote-unquote looked after by the police. Now, police told Biyanapa that the loan gang may be liable for prosecution for breaking and entering. Police said the loan creditor will be prosecuted also if they are found guilty of breaking any clause under the Debt Collection Act. And Biyanapa hopes that the police can help her keep her and her family safe, as she fears the loan sharks will turn into violence if she can't make the payments. Now, I think 4,000 baht for it isn't a small amount of money to borrow from someone. Like 4,000 baht isn't cheap, but also it's not a lot for some people.
Well, they're making a statement, aren't they?
Yeah, they're probably making a statement.
It's like whether it's 4,000 baht or 1,000 baht or 100,000 baht, if you don't pay up, these goons will go break into your house and throw fermented fish everywhere.
It's a creative way, I guess, to kind of scare the girl without getting physical violent for now. But hopefully it doesn't escalate and the police can catch them in time before anything bad, if anything bad were to happen.
It's a difficult situation because, I mean, everyone's suffering, right? So it's a very desperate situation for people where they have to go to loan sharks to borrow this money.
Yeah.
And then due to unfortunate reasons, they can't pay back. And then these loan sharks take matters into their own hands. And look, it's difficult. I can't justify their actions in any way. Look, I think breaking and entering into someone else's house and vandalizing their house and throwing dirty fish and destroying their property for 4,000 baht is extreme, and they should be hopefully held accountable for that. But yeah, it's people are in desperate need of money and they're willing to do anything really to get it.
By the way, a non sequitur, do you know how to make fermented fish?
Just keep it in a tin can with like vinegar for like I don't know 10 years.
Okay, so you know how to make it. It does have an acquired taste and a very pungent smell to it. So if any of you are curious, go to your local somtam place and just ask for plara. That is exactly the smell that you will be smelling. So you can get a glimpse of what she smelled.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our last topic today, which is regarding the government scheme to help the elderly Thais become social media influencers. Now, more elderly Thais are using social media more than ever before, but very few consider themselves content creators. And the government agency Thai Media Fund has started a digital training scheme to help Thailand's aging population use the internet more effectively and generate their content so they can use social media to turn their passions into profit. Now, almost 78% of Thailand's 70 million population is online, and Thailand has the 8th highest number of Facebook users in the world. The World Bank predicts that by 2040, 17 million Thais, more than a quarter of the population, will be over the age of 65. Now, the training scheme is aimed at elderly Thais who have special skills to teach to the younger generation. For example, take elderly farmers, for example. They might have valuable knowledge about how to grow food, but as long as the knowledge is not online, it is largely inaccessible to young people. So if they become social influencers, make videos on it, they could even teach the younger generation their little knickknacks and little tricks on how to, better do their art. The project takes on about 50 students at a time and teaches technical skills such as how to take and edit videos, upload videos, and how to build an online presence. One ex-teacher, 62-year-old Kun Somsak, he's got a passion for environmental conservation. After taking part in a Thai Media Fund scheme, he now films a clip in his garden every morning. He spends 30 minutes editing the video and he posts it online, and sometimes hitting over 8,000 views. Good for him. Kun Somsak advises old people to give it a go because the elderly have knowledge that is valuable to the society. And that's right. I think that's a great initiative. Learn from our elders, learn from our experienced people around Thailand.
Yeah, and these are knowledge that you can't find easily, I think, as well, anywhere. And I like that they want to use social media as a tool, like Instagram or TikTok. I think TikTok might be a little bit advanced, but you can condense a lot of knowledge. Let's say if you were to write a blog, it'll be like 2 pages, right? Mm-hmm. But in TikTok, you can do it in 1 minute. How to grow rice, and you can speed that up. I think it's a great initiative, and more kids can learn from the elders.
Yeah. So far, elderly people who have taken part in the scheme have gone on to create their own social media channels about fitness, conservation, teaching English, caring for autistic children. So some great causes stuff out there. So good on you. Good on you, Thai government, for making this happen. And thank you to all the elderly people who are going to help improve the younger generation and give them their wisdom. Great initiative. Let's take a quick break, Natty. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be addressing some of our people's, our Thaiger family members' feedback, questions, and comments. Before we leave, Tolly Bilom, I hope I've said that name right. Tolly Bilom has just made a donation. Thank you very much, good sir, for supporting the channel and donating to the Thaiger. We appreciate it. We'll be back right after this. Conversation and have your voice heard. Discuss the issues, share information, and get information. Thaiger Talk is where you keep in touch with everything Thailand. Go to thethaiger.com/talk. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
There were. Sorry, Nettie. I was a bit stuck because I saw a couple of comments. I think some people wanted to help out with the lady. The lady who was struggling with the loan sharks.
Yes.
I think Lewis, one of our regular viewers, and he wanted to get some information on how he can help. So I've actually added a Stripe link. We don't have PayPal, but we actually have a link where people can use to donate, and our donations do go to charity and help people around out. Now, Lewis, I'd like to let you know, we tried to get hold of this lady, but I've given you the link where if you would like to donate to the Thaiger, you can, completely optional. And we'll try to get a hold of the lady, but I can't promise you that. But I can promise you that our donations do go to help people from our community. All right, that being said, Kevin Eagle says Abdul is doing Formula 1 today.
Yes.
Abdul, who drives for Spider, Team Spider.
Team
That's
Spider.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go move on. It's now time to address your comments. Enter the chat. The voice of God.
Hello. Why are you
I'm sorry, I
whispering?
can't
Because you
even.
guys whispered as well, so
Oh.
I said hello.
I completely missed your hello.
Okay, first comment. Oh, Chiang Mike is on our live stream today, and he said, "Hey Jay, you asked recently what we'd like to see. I'm not sure. I think this is when we met him in person.
Who's this, sorry?
Chiang Mike.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. He said you asked recently what we'd like to see.
Yeah.
1, more on Thai culture and cuisine.
Okay.
2, videos on various places in Thailand.
Okay.
And what it's like to live in each place as a Thai or as an expat.
Okay, so travel, food, and opinions of both Thai locals and expats.
Yeah.
Well, I can promise you, promise, strong word, take that seriously here. I can promise you that more traveling will definitely happen with the Thaiger. We're planning on doing a lot more travel videos, going to exciting places, and no matter where we go, we're going to have a Thaiger twist to that. Food, yes, we actually just made a video on the cheapest buffet in Thailand, where me and Natty went strolling about in Bangkok to find the cheapest buffet, and we highlighted one and went to one in Lumpini Park. And opinions about Thai locals and expats, perhaps it's time to bring back the voice of the people. Yeah. Vox Pop. Anything's possible. Thank you for that, Chiang Mai.
Okay. On the topic of Bangkok being on full alert about monkeypox, Sick Puppy said that monkeypox is hype and Nigerians do not hang out at Nana. They are on Sukhumvit Road between Soi 4 and Soi 15.
Oh.
Even he knows where.
Soy 4 is Nana though. But yeah, sure.
Well,
Okay, let's
I
go.
don't know.
Keep going.
Is soy for Nana?
It's soy 4, soy 1, 4.
16.
T-
Sorry, I thought we were just blurting out random
Oh,
numbers.
no, okay. Keep going.
Okay, what was the next topic you talked about? Anti-fake
Yes,
fake news?
anti-fake news.
Yeah. So Larry Conley says that it sounds like 1984.
Ooh,
You know it,
strong
right?
words.
1984?
Yes,
Okay,
the novel
yeah.
by George Orwell.
Okay, I thought
How
I had
dare you
to
question
explain
me,
it.
Kamal. I know you're the God, all-knowing God. Have ye faith.
Okay, oil prices staying fixed and EVs topic. Sick Puppy said that electric cars are overpriced, and John Peake said EV cars are all about data. Why do you think Tesla have grown so fast?
Ooh, EV. Well, yes.
Would you get an EV?
I used to drive a hybrid,
Oh,
and they're very, very efficient, and they save a lot of money, and they have a very good pickup.
but where did you drive them if Thailand lacks the infrastructure? Did you drive it here?
No, so in Phuket it's a lot more simpler. So you
Oh.
can charge them in Central, for example, most malls, and you can also every EV car gives you a charging port that you can charge at home. So a hybrid is the best. I wanted a hybrid because you can choose to have a petrol or an electric engine, so you can charge it at home, and you can also charge it with your petrol while you're driving. So it's a self-sufficient charging car.
Okay. So when we talked about the food application survey,
Yeah.
Natty, you were estimating how much Grab Food charges their merchants, right? So I searched it up, and they charge around 15 to 30%. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Greg Anderson said, problem with food deliveries, they pick up multiple orders from different restaurants, so the consumer food order is late and cold. He called out a specific application, but I'm not gonna say it. So, but yeah, that was a comment.
I was surprised. No, not surprised. Shopee Food has basically recently come out, and they always have coupons. And Shopee's all about coupons, isn't it? Every time you order a meal, you can get a minimum. So far, personally, minimum of 80 baht discount every time I
Wow.
order food.
I should start using.
I think
Shopee
they're
Food.
they're okay making a little bit of a loss. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're just breaking even just to get the clientele in
They're
first.
huge. I mean, it's Shopee, right? And
Yeah.
it's all about the discounts. It's all about the deals, baby. And that's all they do. Deals after deals after
Good.
deals.
I like this.
You
All
can
right.
even get like sometimes 120 baht discounts on your meals. I'm like, what?
Wow, nice.
Okay, the topic of growing greens. People were asking, are you sure that wasn't the real Natty growing them?
How did you know? Shh. Don't say it. Wait, can I make a quick interjection?
Yeah.
Louis Cabo says, Jay, I sent you $500. Could you please help the 4,000 baht lady and anyone else in need? That's very nice of
wow.
him. That's
Thank
a lot
you,
of
yes.
donation.
Thank you very much, Louis
Thank
Cabo.
you.
We'll try our best to reach out to that lady. We need to find out more details about her to try to contact her, but and anyone else in need, absolutely. We already have plans for our next Thaiger charity event, and it's actually, can I give you some information? We're actually planning to help out the Thai Center for Autistic Children.
I like that.
Yes, and
Sounds
also,
great.
so that will actually be in Phuket, and we also have, we're going to go to food banks to provide food with Greg with the Bangkok Help Community Foundation.
Great causes.
So thank you very much, Louis Cabo. Your money will be going to these charities.
Okay.
What a legend, Louis Cabo.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sorry, please continue, Carl.
Yes, continuing from the same topic on growing greens. This is dependent on how much information you have on this, but Aloha from Maui asked questions about 100 green plants. Were they just starters, or were they 5 to 6 feet tall, or like ready for harvest? Like, how long were they able to hide growing the plants?
Not very long. I'm not sure if the technicians showed the picture, but the plants were very small still. They were in its infant stage. Not a lot of leaves growing so far. So I think they were on their way to becoming big trees, but not yet.
Okay. There's a final comment from a Facebook viewer, Damien Jesser. He said, this is when you guys were talking about ducks and swans in the BISP ad. He said ducks and swans are different, and I wanted to know how different they were, so I checked what baby swans are called, and they're actually cygnets and not ducklings.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's cygnets.
Cichlids.
But that's all I got.
Thank you for educating me. How come baby animals have very different ways of calling them? How do you call a baby tiger?
A cub? What do you mean?
Yeah, and then how do you call a baby horse?
A baby horse?
A pony, maybe?
A pony?
Yeah. Is it okay, you know what? This is going awry. I was gonna say, and the last one was, how do you call a baby duck?
Duckling.
You did listen to Carmel.
Duckling.
A duckling. Okay.
Duckling.
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 Cool.
Okay. That went
Sorry.
pretty
You're so
bad.
thrown off
I
guard.
apologize. I'm lost a bit.
Oh, a baby horse is
A foal? A colt?
Foal.
Whoa, there's a lot of
A
colt
baby
and
goat is a foal or colt.
we are very uneducated about baby animals. It's
Yes.
okay. We will go educate ourselves. Quack.
All right. Anyways, moving on to any other comments now, Kamal?
No. All the members are just starting to say animal names now and sounds. So
What do you call a baby jay?
A baby J?
Yeah.
Baby J? I guess.
Let us know in the comments what you would call Jay as a baby. All right. I think we're good.
I wasn't called J until like in my late age in Bangkok.
Oh wait, so this is a name that you made up yourself?
People made up for me, yeah.
Okay, and then you just stuck with
Because
it.
I mean, you know, I know that everyone in Thailand has a nickname pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And so it was very difficult for people to pronounce my name, especially when I started working in the, like, you know, filming industry or whatever in Bangkok. They would always mess it up. So they would just be like, can I call you Jay or JJ? I'm like,
JJ.
sure, call me whatever you want if that makes it easier for you.
Yeah.
And it just stuck with me. Sometimes you're given a nickname by the people, Neddy.
Right.
You just have to embrace it. You
Wait,
just have to, and now it's part of my identity.
you're given a name by the people, right?
Yeah.
Jaylet, Juju,
Jabely.
Ja, a pain,
Baby Hui.
No.
JB, that's inappropriate. Okay.
Spunk Bumble.
Jailing.
Spunk Bumble. I like that one.
No.
I don't think you
All right.
caught on one of the names that the person gave, but yeah.
A Bon Jailing. What is it? Spunk Bubble J. Okay, moving on.
Yes, that is
That
all
is
the
it. That is
That
all the comments.
concludes.
Frankie's got a comment. He says, "What do you call Taylor Swift's kid?" A swiftlet.
Aww.
Sure.
That was a scary laugh. Anyhow,
Yes.
let's.
Lewis Carbo's got to come and says, Jay, meet me in Pattaya Sexy Bar on Christmas Eve. Drinks on Lewis Carbo. Oh, yeah, Lewis Carbo's already invited us to his Pattaya party. Sounds good, Lewis. Thank you very much for the invite.
Nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is where we're going to end the show today. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please click the like button. Thank you very much for everyone who's donated. Thank you, Lewis, for your contribution. Thank you for the donators, and thank you to all the viewers watching us live today. We appreciate you as well on YouTube as well as Facebook.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Natty Warisa.
Thank you, Kunjay.
And thank you to the voice of God as
Thank
well
you.
as Hot and Vishai behind the buttons. We hope you've had a great Tuesday morning. We'll see you here live again tomorrow morning. Take care. Ta-ta.
Bye.